Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Uncapped Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Sands. This week, we're going to talk about bikes, beers, and bands. We're finally allowed to gather together and do things. So, June 5th, is that the right date? God, I hope it's the right date. There's going to be a big event, and we're going to talk about that. So, I'm joined by Carly Ogden from Attaboy Beer and Jake Blackmon from all of the Smoketowns. And this marks the occasion of the first time I've recorded an episode of Uncapped that includes Attaboy, where there's someone involved that I like. So this is pretty cool.
It made the cut. Or Brian did not make the cut, is more like it.
No, I meant it more because Jake is here this time. All previous ones were with you and Brian. Or
that was a good one. It was mean and it made me look stupid.
Everything I like in a joke.
That is tough. Yeah, you got to be A, B, and C. Yeah.
So I think let's start out talking about the event, and then I just want to talk then afterwards what's going on at your two respective breweries that are in the same building. Although I guess you have more in that building, Carly, than Jake does.
Wow. They're fighting over some square feet. They just took over some more. It's actually, none of us actually need space. It's just this square feet competition. So
yeah, watch out. Our neighbors here. Coney, we're going to start breaking the wall down and fight over their spot.
Until both of you have taken over the whole building, but a bunch of it's just vacant.
Yeah, we love paying rent, as you can tell.
Although I've seen, no, I'll ask you that later. Let's talk about what's that?
I thought you were going to point out how you've seen some people come here.
Oh, I have, one or two. There's definitely been one or two people there.
A few cars in the parking lot.
So bikes, beers, and bands, Saturday, June 5th, pretty much all day, right?
Yep.
It starts bike race in the morning. There are still some tickets of some versions. If I was more professional, I would have just looked before this, but I think we
only care about that part a little bit, though, right?
Being professional or the bikes?
Either. I don't know. Well, I mean, it's obvious you don't care about being professional.
So Saturday, early, there are several different versions of rides. There's some kid-friendly rides. There's some 50-mile rides. And then we get up again and do it on Sunday. It's a bike event that actually used to happen at the Flying Dog. And this is our first year hosting it. So
for a second, I thought you were trying to come up with a way to refer to them without saying.
No, I'm not that quick. And it should be good. Hopefully, don't come with expectations, because Flying Dog does some great events. So we're gonna do a good job the first year. We're gonna do a great job. After the bike race, there is a beer garden and bands and beers, and a portion of the bike race money of sales, or I don't know the correct way to say it, goes to Big Maryland. Can you hear that?
I think the word you're looking for is proceeds.
There we go. A portion of the proceeds that I'm not privy to goes to Bike Maryland. And then we wanted to kind of keep it going for the rest of the day in this bike themed, and Jake can talk more about that. But later in the day, as it rolls on, $2 per ticket will go to the Frederick Bike Coalition. So we have a larger statewide fundraiser, and then we're going to make it a little bit more local. And then maybe Jake can tell us more about and then one other aspect of this is Attaboy's first attempt at doing anything eventy. And so we went straight to our neighbors Jake and Dave at Smoketown and their team because they know how to do this kind of stuff, and we're good buddies, so it was a good partnership.
You've done events previously.
I mean, nothing where we like charged anyone, and nothing where I didn't drink too much. And
so you're promising you're not going to drink too much?
That's totally part of it.
Spelling bee and a Jenga tournament. Anything that involved like getting dressed up stupid. This is an attempt at something a little bit more professional. We'll have actual security, that kind of thing.
You're not going to dress up stupid?
Well, I might. There's still time.
Okay, because I was going to say I'm out. I don't want anything to do with this anymore.
Yeah, so the second half of the event, like Carly was saying, starting at 2 p.m. Is going to be our Bikes, Beers, and Bands event to kind of continue the party. That's going to be Saturday only. So what that's going to be is we're going to have a bunch of live music from a bunch of different acts, lots of different genres of music. So we'll have Picked Up Bluegrass starting us out. Then we'll have Double Motorcycle, which you may recognize from some other breweries in Frederick they've performed around.
And then, from the theme song of this here podcast.
Right?
Oh, really? That's awesome.
The synergy.
Very yeah. And then Raise the Violet, they're a Dead cover band. They've done a great job here. And then closing us out is the Dirty Grass Players, which we're really excited to have play here in Frederick. So, it's going to be a giant block party in our parking lot. So it's going to have all those live music. We're going to have fresh cold beer from both Attaboy and Smoketown pouring all day. Yes, and then we have tons of local food trucks too. So we have, intense barbecue, traditional authentic Mexican food, Dahlia's falafels, and what's the fourth one?
Blues Pizza.
Oh, Blues Pizza. So tons of great food, tons of great beer. And
this is a BYO chair event.
Yes.
There will be a small amount of chairs there. So if you really want to put your butt somewhere, you should bring a chair.
Yes. Yeah, we'll have some tables and chairs, but those will be limited space-wise. So definitely bring your own camping chair. If you check out either Attaboy or Smoketown social media, you can grab a advanced ticket and get one ahead of time. It's only $10
I also have the link in mine too.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather push people towards mine.
There you go. Pick your favorite link. Pick your favorite link. We'll count the clicks and see who's the most popular. But,
if you enter code uncapped at checkout, you don't get anything. But it shows you care.
Yeah.
They'll charge you extra.
But yeah, so grab your advance tickets if you're definitely interested. Tickets the day of are going to be $15 instead. So it definitely is worth it to go ahead and get your tickets. But we're really excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. And, it's going to be a nice outdoor event. We're hoping that it's going to be really exciting for the city.
And what's nice is that the early bird is a good deal because it comes with one free beer. So as long as you order a Smoketown beer, it's a phenomenal deal.
Oh, I'm getting my ticket right now as well, so I can get free beer. And $2 for it's a good deal, and it gets you access to the inside of the parking lot. You're on the outside.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't forget that. $2 from every ticket is going to Frederick Bike Coalition. So also a good, more local cause. So if you're a fan of bikes, it's a great cause to support.
Which 2 years ago, both of you donated a lot of money to from the. I should probably remember the name of that campaign since Pedal Pints. Pedal Pints. That's what it was.
Pedal Pints.
So it's very nice, and we're very thankful that you have continued that. Full disclosure, I'm on the board of the Frederick Bicycle Coalition.
Yes.
I think I'm supposed to say stuff like that.
Yeah, we're being proud. Definitely.
Yeah, we're excited. Frederick's such a big, bicycle and beer community. So I think, and music too. So it's a perfect combination for us. It really is.
And we're excited. This will be the first time really that we're all hanging out outside without our masks on. So should be a good time.
And this is going to be one of my questions. So masks will not be required?
We are following the CDC guidelines. So we're in the governor as well. So outside, no masks are required. If you head inside and you're not vaccinated, you need to put one on.
Yep. And our staff is vaccinated too. So
I was at a beer festival last weekend. It felt really weird.
Yeah, right. It feels like, and yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like you have to like make sure. I was brushing my teeth. I know I was brushing my teeth, but just like it's a whole new level of like, am I wearing clothes kind of thing. So
yeah, feels naked for sure.
Yeah.
It was fun though, but it definitely at first felt weird to be around a few hundred people and there were some people still wearing masks, but the vast majority were not.
Yeah.
I have to hold back every day when somebody walks in. Now I'm used to being like, excuse me, mask. Now I'm like, oh wait,
we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a real quick sponsor break. I think we have a couple little things to wrap up more about the event, and then we can talk about what's going on at Attaboy and Smoketown in general.
Nice.
So we will be right back.
If you haven't heard about our beer dinners, well, now you have. Typically, the last Tuesday of each month, we partner with a local brewery and craft an exclusive 5-course dinner. Each course is thoughtfully paired with some of the finest craft beer available. You'll meet the brewery, enjoy memorable pairings and service, and have a damn good time. Like us on Facebook to stay in the know when tickets become available, because they will sell out quick.
Idiom Brewing Company proudly offers a delicious variety of beers to satisfy the most discerning tastes. Best known for their wide array of IPAs, delicious fruited sours, and robust porters and stouts, Idiom prides themselves on continuing to innovate, utilizing new and experimental hops, local ingredients, and unique flavor profiles. Idiom has a simple goal in mind: to bring people from all walks of life together to enjoy themselves and each other. Idiom Brewing Company is located in downtown Frederick, just south of the intersection of East Street and East Patrick Street, with ample seating and directly on Carroll Creek. Okay, so go to either your social media for links to the event.
Yeah.
And this is, to be clear, a separate ticket from the race. So if you are doing the Bikes and Beers race, they don't have the bands. So this part
have the band, but
it's different. They have their own music.
We're not anyone out unless they're. But at a certain point, they'll have overstayed their welcome. They'll have been drinking too long. So they might
if you have not paid $10 to something called Beers, Bikes, and Bands, you do not have a ticket for this.
That's true. Yeah, you don't get a free beer. Yeah.
Correct.
And to make sure that is a really good value, order any beer. I was going to be mean again, but
if you want something that doesn't, really like make you want to spit it out or
I swear I didn't pay these guys to.
Everyone knows, Jake. Everyone knows.
I have a Smoketown beer in this koozie. It's fine. I don't drink our beer.
Which parking lot is this in?
It's our shared parking lot.
Yeah, both our joint parking lot next to Attaboy. And then you can park in the county parking lot across the street from Smoketown and us, or you can also park in the Mark parking lot. Although it doesn't say free on weekends, it is free on weekends.
There's also a ton of street parking too. Yeah.
Or just Uber there so that you can drink as much as you want.
That's the best.
Bike ride safely.
No, don't bike home.
Well, if you have one or two, I'm going to bike. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm going to go on record that that's bad advice.
Okay.
As the serving member of the Frederick Bicycle Coalition,
Okay.
Uber there.
Uber is the best bet.
Right.
That is the one thing I really miss is Ubering to the Maryland Craft Beer Festival along the creek.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then hopefully next year. I miss that event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen. We're actually the first. We're the first. This is the first event in Frederick, like large scale beer event. So we're kind of the guinea pigs right now. I'm on the BAM events committee, and Abby was basically like, "Yeah, good luck. Let me know how it goes. You guys are testing the water."
Sweet. Perfect.
So the festival I was at last weekend, there were no there was nothing that went wrong. Like people were still, maybe they're being cautious, so they're behaving themselves. But
what usually goes wrong? Like what could go wrong? Like a fight or something? Like what are we talking about?
No, who knows what people are gonna do? They've been locked in their houses for over a year.
That's true. We had security just in case, but I'm thinking that's mostly just so people don't, open carry into the streets. But one can only hope.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Nothing bad can happen.
Yes, this is a great way to start.
How many people are you able to accommodate in that? Because it's a pretty big parking lot, right?
It is, yeah. Yeah, that's a great question. When we started planning this, we were planning on still having to do COVID regulations, so we're going to space everything out a lot and do it that way. But basically, because we switched gears 2 weeks ago with the new regulations, it's going to be me and Carly's job to sit there with the clicker and be like, all right, this is when we're shutting off. This is the reasonable amount of people. We're done here. So,
have you considered finding a more responsible person to assist you with the clicker?
Well, we do have some paid professionals as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I might be wearing a referee outfit, but I'm not actually the referee.
I think we've covered everything with the event, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Told people where to go get tickets. Told them how much they were, what you get for them.
Bring a
all the
chair.
food.
You won't put your butt down.
Yeah. And again, it's two events. So the bikes and beers is from it's from the bike races, which is early in the morning, and then they end here from about 10 to 2. That's Saturday and Sunday morning. And then our specific event is 2 o'clock to 10 o'clock. So just to reiterate that.
Can people put up pop-up tents? Because I'm betting you can't, but you should probably be clear about that because people love to bring pop-up tents and put them up.
We should have plenty of our own to share, so nobody has to bring them. Again, we don't want to be taking up too much space. So your 10 by 10 pop-up tent with 3 chairs under it might not be enough space for that.
So to be clear, no tents. Carly hates kids and animals. Are either of those allowed at this event?
Good question.
So that is a good question. So when we talked about kids, kids were thinking probably allowed during the day, but as it gets later on at night, we encourage you to leave your kids at home because again, this is a drinking event. And, as the sun gets down, people have had more and more beers. Probably gets less family friendly as the night goes on. So during the day, yes. And then for pets, unfortunately, probably not, just because there's going to be so many people and a lot of things going on, a lot of smells. So it's probably safer to leave your pets at home or to take your pets. Oh, hold on. Sorry for the forklift.
We actually I can't even hear it.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. All right, cool. So if you do want to bring a pet, I would just encourage that you go to the Smoketown or Attaboy patio instead, because both breweries will be open for people to come have stuff at the actual breweries. So if you want to bring a pet, I would suggest just bring it to the brewery instead of the event.
will the Barrel House be open? Because it doesn't seem to be open ever.
It's open Saturdays, noon to 10 p.m. We now have a patio that is kid and pet friendly as well. And people always get, they're like, you guys have kids. Why don't you let kids there? We do have kids, and they try to like get under the barrels and climb on barrels. And we clearly saw that this is not a place for kids. But now that the patio is open, it is kid and dog friendly. And yes, we will be open. But in general, the Barrel House is open noon to 10 p.m. on Saturdays until until you're like 7 to 10.
Well, at least you have a roadmap.
Yes, we've got goals. Well, when we're full here on a Saturday, we'll think about opening another day.
I've seen people complain about you not being open other days. I don't know if that means they would go there other days, but
complaining to the right person, because nobody complains to me. You can email info@attaboybeer.com.
and you'll promptly ignore it.
Yes. No, I would like, as opening, we didn't have a ton of beer, and then we opened at an odd time where we then had to close for 6 months. And so we're just now kind of getting back an active, you call them customers.
That's what most people call them, yes.
Yes. So
I think that's the industry term.
Yes. But no, we're actually working really hard to make the patio nicer and have some shade. It was not very shade friendly, and we're adding some more fresh beer here. So we're actively making small changes to make it a little bit more palatable for people that don't like barrel-aged beers. But if you like barrel-aged beers, I think you should come here and not complain that we're not open all the time. This is going great. Jake, what do you have going? No one's complaining.
Yes, let me save you. Let me rescue you.
What do you guys have going on?
So if you haven't been here since January, I'm actually sitting in our new space. That's part of the square footage battle between Attaboy and Smoketown here. So it's our Suite 200 right next door. So you can probably see behind me, we got lots of cornhole. We started doing, there's 2 separate weekly cornhole tournaments that we have. A lot more extra space outside. We keep the door open, which you can see over there. So it's nice and ventilated. We actually have some games and stuff. So there it is. Yeah. So we just got a pinball machine, which is really exciting, and a Golden Tee golf machine. So just a little bit more fun stuff to do through the weekend, and that's open every day that we're open. So 7 days a week. This new space. We just got a brand new patio as well, which we're excited about because we used to have pea gravel. Which was basically like walking through a litter box. And so we got that cemented, and so it really looks like a real patio. And that's all new and stuff. And and then our Brunswick location and here as well, we are gearing up to open our event spaces and start throwing events, which is really exciting.
How'd you end up doing a collaboration with Devil's Backbone?
Yeah, so that was kind of crazy and just fell into our plates kind of thing. But because we are on the C&O Canal, like literally, we're probably the brewery that's closest to the C&O Canal in the whole country. I think
you are, because it's like right across the street, and then
literally it's
down a path, right?
100 feet away from us. Yeah, as the crow flies, it's super close. So. We were approached by the C&O Canal Trust to do they're doing a whole thing called the Canal Libations Tour. So anyone that was interested that was, within 20-ish miles of the canal could do a commemorative beer because this year it's the 50th anniversary of them becoming a national park, which is really cool. So us being very local to the C&O Canal, we made one for ourselves, which is the Fog Holler. But then we were approached by Devil's Backbone because we share our distributor. And so they kind of invited us. Yeah. And so they picked us because we are a very CNO friendly brewery, being so close. And so we are about to release that very soon. That's our collaboration.
So your Facebook page says coming soon, coming very soon in all caps.
Yes.
What kind of beer?
Yes. So it's a very unique beer, something that I had never heard of till we made it. It's called a cold IPA. And what it is, so
no, I need to correct you. It's called Mid-Atlantic Steam IPA.
Yeah, so we coined that term. That one has never been used before. Cold IPA at least has been used a couple times.
Yeah.
But the whole idea is that it's essentially an India Pale Lager, but with a new twist. It uses more new and innovative hops than an IPA, which kind of they use, very traditional hops. And yeah, we use a lager yeast and a very, very light grain bill. So it's basically a very think India Pale Lager, but with a new twist. It's a brand new style that's we think it's going to be really popular. It's super light and refreshing.
I've been told, corrected, that it is like a lager, but mixed with a hazy IPA.
Right. Yeah. So the hops that we use are traditionally used in hazy IPAs. So the flavors that you get from that are very tropical and almost fruity like that, instead of the normal piney hops that you might see in an IPL.
Have you had one yet?
I have. I actually just tasted it. We're kegging it today. It's really, really good. It's like I said, super light. We used something. We tried to use things that both of our breweries are famous for. Obviously, Devil's Backbone is famous for their lagers and their lagering yeast. And we like to think of ourselves as being famous for
selling out.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, that's. I didn't say that.
I didn't hear you.
But yeah, and
nothing. They're a really good brewery. They're solid. They make very true to style lagers.
Yes. So we use their lagering yeast, and then some of our fun hop varieties that we've been trying in our hazies and stuff. So it's a little,
Oh, that's really cool that they let you, because they have probably their own strain, right? That they cultivated and used.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's
really cool. Did they come and scrub your tanks afterwards? So you
They did not. They did not. But they definitely helped a lot. So it was really fun. They came down for the day, and they did it here at Creekside actually, because we just got our brand new system here. So it was a lot of fun.
Oh, did you upgrade your brew house?
We did, yeah, actually in both places. That's another new thing that's kind of exciting. We upgraded our Brunswick brew house, so it's much more efficient. We had a 7-barrel, and it was all electric, and it was super inefficient. It took twice as long as it should have. And now we have a 10-barrel there. That's propane. Makes things so much easier. Now we can pump beers in and out real fast. And then here at Creekside, we've been doing a lot of our canning here, so we expanded. We got quite a few new 20-barrel fermenters, some 20-barrel bright tanks, and expanded our whole capacity over here.
Nice. Do you have any of the Peruvian passion fruit sour left?
We do, but it's our kick the keg tonight, so it's probably gonna.
Soon.
Yeah, it's probably gonna go. So
there aren't cans of it. There aren't cans of it left.
So that is a beer that we actually do. All of those are for Maitas Peruvian cuisine in town.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically what we do is we make a 10-barrel batch for them, and then we can the majority of it for them to sell out of their place. It's basically like contracting, but for a restaurant without their own brewing capacities. So he has lots of 4-packs. So if you miss it here, you definitely go down. Yeah, and so we have a whole series with them. They have a white corn lager, passion fruit, coffee stout, and the first one which we ever did, which was a purple corn cream ale. Yeah, so
I saw that one. I missed I missed the passion fruit one though.
Yeah, it's really good. They're all sourced from Peruvian sources. So the coffee, the passion fruit, the white corn, the chicahora, yeah, those are all sourced from Peru. So that's a fun, exciting project that we've been doing. But yeah, so whatever's left over, there's usually a couple kegs left over, which we tap here just to promote and send people over that way. But he gets plenty of cans. So if anyone misses out on draft here, definitely check out My Toss down in town here.
The patio looks nice.
Looking
at that picture now.
Yeah. Thank you.
And you have a new fruited sour series that's out. I hear people like those.
Yes, we finally convinced Greg to do a sour. It only took a couple beatings, but so we did a new series. So it's the same base recipe, and we're just switching out the fruited additions. So the first two that we have right now is the blueberry cherry. It's called the Lunch Pail Sour Series. So the first one is the blueberry cherry. The second one we just released last week is the pineapple pomegranate. Those ones were just released in cans yesterday. I would recommend getting those quickly if you guys haven't stopped by and grabbed them. They're going quick. They're very good, super refreshing, great summer beer. And then we have a couple down the line as well. We have a blackberry vanilla that's going to be released super soon, and then a key lime pie variant. So basically look for every couple weeks we're going to have a new version of that Lunch Pail Sour. So we may or may not repeat them. So definitely come snag as many as you want of a flavor that you like.
Should do a pineapple mango one.
Ooh. So we're actually coming out with our hard kombucha that's pineapple mango.
Wow.
Yes.
I hear that's popular too.
Yeah, I've actually I did it at home for a while, just 1 gallon batches, and it was pretty popular. And it's kind of nice to have another gluten-free tap. So we have our ciders, but
what ABV do those come in at?
So it's right around five-ish. So it's pretty light and refreshing. Definitely funky. So it's like, it's an acquired taste because you get all of the funkiness of the kombucha. It's fermented tea, but we use a bunch of actual pineapple and mango juice, so it's very juicy and refreshing too.
Cool.
Let's take one more quick sponsor break. We can talk a little bit more about what Smoketown has going on, and I guess maybe we should probably mention what Attaboy is doing.
I know, because I spent a lot of time complaining, so maybe I should say something positive about some beer coming out.
We will be right back.
There are many reasons why I have chosen District East for where I purchase beer. I love the flexibility of being able to make a custom 6-pack or take home a crowler from one of the 8 beers on tap. Their friendly and knowledgeable staff do an amazing job at keeping a diverse selection on hand. You can even purchase artwork from the monthly featured artist. District East is located on Northeast Street in Frederick in the same shopping center as Family Mill and Rockwell Brewery. You can find today's beer lists on the District East Facebook page or at www.districteast.beer. To all you craft breweries, wineries, and distilleries out there, listen up. Atlantic Custom Solutions is the real deal in providing you branded growlers, ceramics, glassware, and accessories like koozies, coasters, and keychains. Their high-definition digital printing, organic ink, and low-fire process ensures your brand is printed in ultra-high definition, giving you a one-up on the competition. We've used Atlantic Custom Solutions for uncapped branded glassware and couldn't be happier with it. Check them out. Visit www.brandmybeverage.com or give them a call at 434-286-4500 to learn more about how they can help you brand your business. Uncapped is brought to you with support from McClintock Distilling, Maryland's first and only organic certified distillery. They are well known for their award-winning gin and are rapidly growing a name for themselves for their Matchstick Bourbon and Bootjack Rye Whiskey that have both won double gold at international spirits competitions. You can visit them in historic downtown Frederick along Carroll Creek for tours and tastings. Go to McClintockDistilling.com for more information.
How many brewers do you have at Smoketown now? Because I feel like every time I talk to you, You have another one.
So that's part of our new tanks. We're pretty like every time we get something, we're already outgrown it by the time it's set up. But so now we have Greg's our head brewer, and then we have 2 assistant brewers. So
Okay.
Zane was the one operating the forklift behind me. And then we have Todd, which I think we talked about last time we were on. Yeah.
I had another question for you, but I lost it. It might come to me.
Cool.
All right, I guess. Could ask Carly what Attaboys doing.
Tuesday, we've got a can release. Can release. Bringing back some.
Anything new or old favorites?
Last release we did a lot of newbies. This one we're going for some old faithfuls. We're bringing back Punch Jammer, which is our Tarts McGee with lots of fruit. No, it's like raspberry, blackberry, blackcurrant, cherry, all this stuff.
Tarts McGee, that's a collab, right?
With Tarts, Mr. Tarts, Mr. McGee. And if you like fruit in your teeth, this is as fruit in your teeth as you're gonna get from Attaboy. So it's kind of a fruit blaster. It's not as good as the original mango tarts that we did with not a collab with Chris Sands. We took his favorite fruit and put it in our beer, and then tarts not Chris Sands.
Just to be clear,
it was not a collab. And we've got some guava no guava coming out.
I love that beer.
Well,
that might be my favorite.
I mean, that's the only thing you and Brian really have in common. But maybe that's why they're like you hate each other. You know, I don't know.
With a burning hot passion.
Yeah, right. Don't ever tell Brian guava no guava is not as good as something else. He will kill you.
Well, now I know the first thing I'm going to say to him the next time I see him.
Actually, there's no violence over here. He will, and Brian would actually never. I'm the person that might stab someone, but Brian will tell you, like, I didn't like what you did yesterday. Brian's not a heat of the moment type of guy. And then we've got some other stuff. A new Basic Boy coming out. And the stuff I like, the packaging is a great color.
For not wanting to do seltzers, you guys are sure doing a lot of them.
I know. Well, we jumped on board, and it's actually kind of fun. Our staff has gotten into it because it's a good little training ground for flavors. You know, like we did some cucumber, grapefruit, which we might see in a beer soon. Like, you know, when we want to do it well, and like you can nerd out on like it's clear, it's this or that, or like, and it's getting like every time I think it gets a little better. But also it's fun, like, because we don't care, if you will. It gets more fun of like what you can do with it, what you can try, and that kind of stuff. So we're going to bring back our staff competitions and that kind of stuff, because a few of the things that we've done actually ended up in beer. So our next one is going to be from one of our.
Can I join the staff competition? I want to be an honorary.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to work a shift, so.
If you want really bad business for a shift, I'm fine with that.
The floors and cleaning the bathrooms. But if you're willing to get in there, I think you can join the staff competition, which I have never won, and I've joined 3 times.
That may tell you something.
It's either that I make terrible seltzer or people don't like me. So I'm not gonna like get deeper.
Does it have to be one or the other?
I think it's because I don't know. One of them was against Julie. Who's voting for me over Julie? Like that's
that's stiff competition.
And then another one had gummy worms in it versus mine. Like the gummy worms are gonna win. Like it's not a science. Because it's just who sells more. So it's not actually, we didn't interview anyone to see what their actual taste were. All right, I'm going to stop. So I really most of these.
Are you going to continue canning as often now that the tap room will obviously be much more busy, or do you still plan on?
I think this, of the last year, one thing that we realized is that it was tough. We had to make a lot of changes, and but it was something that pushed us a little bit more and pushed us out of our comfort zone. And we've embraced it, and I think we will, not make like once a month or like once every 5 to 6 weeks probably, because we like to, when you're out somewhere, you like to get a to-go beer, you like to just go pick it up. We're still crowd most things, but we definitely have embraced it, and I think we're better for that part. And it gives Brian likes to nerd out on stupid facts, so
facts are so stupid.
No, but is DO and all this stuff, things that maybe didn't matter as much when you're on premise. All those kind of things is like interesting, and so yeah, yes. The answer is yes. Some people should just stop talking, and I'm one of those. Yes. But yeah, we like drinking the beer, and it's nice to have it to go. And so we've noticed people like to pick up a little bit more than filling up a growler. You never remember your growler. So
do you see growler sales drop as you started offering more beer in 4-packs?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. It's easier, and we offer at a better price point, and it's quick. It's quicker for the staff and for a customer to grab it. So we'll always continue to do them for the one-off beers that aren't that popular, but people still. Yeah. We have a lot of those.
The unpopular part.
Yeah, we have a lot of unpopular beers that a few people like, and so we'll keep crowling those.
I don't like crowlers because no one wants to hang out and drink with me, and I really want to drink 32 ounces of a beer, so they're kind of useless.
I like a good crowler at home by myself.
Oh. Guess I'm not as dedicated.
A good show and, folding some laundry with a growler by yourself. What's wrong with that?
I have enough trouble folding laundry sober. The last thing I need is be a crowler in trying to figure out what clothes belong to the similar sized women that live in my house.
But yeah, people still buy them because some people don't want to take the chance on the 4-pack. So. I get that.
Well, it's really not much of a difference. It's complicated math, though.
Yeah.
Damn it, I had another question. I lost it. Do you have any questions for each other?
I would be interested. We should put together, not soon, not ASAP. Don't hold me accountable to this, but it'd be fun to do a little get involved in the cornhole league. That'd be fun.
Yes, we should do that for sure.
Yeah, because how many's on a team? It's not like bowling where you need,
No, it's just two. Teams of
I
two.
guess bowling's not that many too. It's not like softball. There we go. Where you don't need it.
You're really bad at sports and how many people participate in them.
Wow, there's nothing worse than if you're set to show up and you don't have a team.
Cornhole, you only have to coordinate with one.
You only need
person.
one friend. It's much easier. Yeah.
So as long as you can find one reliable friend, you're good to go.
Shit.
No.
Oh shit.
But I mean, that's fine. I still, to this day, whenever someone asks me if it's okay to swear, my answer is always, I'm not going to swear, but I have been told to F off by a guest before.
So perfect.
And then they usually ask me who did that, and I say the owner of Attaboy.
No, and they're confused. So it's funny. Yes, we should do that, and then we should probably remind people how to get tickets. Go to a link in our Instagram or Facebook.
Tickets for what?
The Bikes, Beers, and Bands event.
That thing.
Or other tickets that are other things.
Are you going to do a spelling bee again?
That was very popular, actually. We might do one. We'll have to figure out.
I made a lot of new enemies during it.
I know, right? If we do, that was when it was totally fine to pack a bunch of people into a small area. And if we do, we might do it outside. But we get a lot of requests for that and the Jenga event, and also the weird portion of our Attaboy staff or our anniversary party where we had to stand up the animals. People were like, "You guys ever going to do that again?" So
that is weird. Like that was their big takeaway from the Beer Olympics.
Well, some people felt like maybe they could have done a better job, and they didn't get the chance to do that event.
Yeah, Jake, for future reference, people take spelling bees very seriously, even if you stress that it's not serious.
Yeah. They will.
And
Chris and
we'll
I
get very mad at you if they think you've pronounced something wrong.
Yeah.
Yep, that sounds right. I can guess that based on our trivia. Our trivia hosts during the week, they catch a lot of flack when they mispronounce something, as if that was the reason people got the question wrong.
Yeah.
There were at least 2 people I think wanted to kill me.
Yeah. That was clear. And then I was supposed to be in charge, and then Chris was in charge. Luckily, Chris's lovely wife, Beth,
then decided to take over.
Took over. She was like, these 2 people don't know what they're doing, and they've drinking a little too much. So I pronounce words correctly.
Note to self: we're not doing that for the event next Saturday, so we don't have to use the security.
Don't ask anyone to spell things.
No spelling bees. Nope.
Gets heated. Have either of you gone to throw axes?
I have not. We worked an event at Stumpy's in town here and poured beer, but I have never actually done it myself. I don't know if I trust myself enough. I don't have that kind of hand-eye coordination.
No, both you did.
What's that?
Sorry, there's some weird lady in the background.
My internet decided to not work for a little bit, so I didn't hear what you just said.
Oh, I just said I do not have the hand-eye coordination to trust myself to throw axes or to dodge them when they come flying back at you.
My wife and I are going to go do that tonight.
Oh, nice.
I predict bad things because she's very clumsy and uncoordinated.
Clumsy but competitive. Actually, I don't know if Beth is clumsy. But
she's extremely competitive and clumsy.
Are you allowed to drink beer?
It's BYOB.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's encouraged.
The only thing it's beer or wine. They don't allow. I don't. Maybe. I wonder if it's a law because you can't take hard liquor.
Yeah, it might
or
be.
Or you can't take.
That makes sense.
So I'll probably take some beer with me.
Nice. Well, come grab a lunch pail sour and to take it with you.
Sounds like a good beer. Yeah.
Beer. I drank a lot of sour beer last weekend.
We just put out a Yakima Hello, a West Coast IPA. Actually, it's not. It's an IPA. It's not firmly West Coast. West Coast hops, but it still has some malt character in there. But yeah.
I like the Whistler. That was a good beer. Is that the right name?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
That'll come back sometime soon. We're definitely going to be driving more of our West Coast IPAs. We're seeing, while everyone loves a good NEPA, we see people really coming for the crispy.
Are you going to make a Mid-Atlantic Steam IPA?
I think that our neighbors just made one. It would be a little bit copycatty. And we're going to wait to see if it's good,
Yeah.
I see. I haven't had one yet. I'm looking forward to the The first one I get to try.
Yeah.
And it'll
hopefully
probably be that one.
we're shooting for like an actual Memorial Day release, so hopefully that'll be there on Monday. That's why I said very soon, just in case.
In all caps.
Yes,
To
very.
emphasize.
It's either one. It might be tomorrow, or it might be Monday, or.
Is that one canned too, or is that draft only?
That one's just drafts. But the cool
Okay.
thing is, since we did that through a distributor, there's going to be a bunch of Western Maryland restaurants and stuff that will have it. So it's
cool.
going to be highly distributed around the area.
When can people expect the first event at the Brunswick event space?
So that's a great question. We're again waiting on other people. So we're just finally our 2-year-long debacle with the sprinklers. But we just got
goodness, that still hasn't been.
Yes. So it still needs to get green tagged, I believe. But we just excavated the street and switched out the water line. So we really are finally on the final steps of that. Yeah, and then after that, we're gonna expand the bathrooms there because there's only a few bathrooms and stuff like that. But hopefully, so our idea is it's not concrete final yet, but that Suite 200 is actually probably going to be an event space as well.
Okay.
And so we'll have 2 event spaces. Our idea is August. So it's all dependent on what plumbers showing up, electricians showing up when they're supposed to, and we all know how that can be. So so I'm not gonna pick an actual date yet, but once we do, you guys will hear about it for sure. So definitely end of summer, early fall, definitely.
How long has Smoketown been open?
So this year was our 5th anniversary in March.
I feel like the first time I ever talked to your dad, he told me about that event space opening.
Yes, yeah, that's what I said. This is the longest project ever. It's six years in the making now, because we were already planning that for a year before he even talked to you about that. So that one has definitely been a long time coming.
Hopefully, no more hurdles and roadblocks are thrown in front of it.
I think we're good. After we install a 6-figure sprinkler system up there, I think we appease everyone.
I can't believe how expensive sprinklers are.
Yep. No, there's and you have to do them, right? It's like you don't want anyone getting hurt. You want to be able to open. So every project that we've done like this, I'm like, damn, I'm in the wrong business. I wish I was a sprinkler installer.
But you continue and have been having live music at the Creekside location, correct?
Yeah, we just started that back. We were kind of hesitant to start live music before all this, kind of all the mandates came back, just because people still had to perform with masks on, which some musicians weren't, a fan of when they're singing. We had to yell. People couldn't dance. You could only dance with your table, and so you'd have to disperse the dance floor, and nobody wants to be the fun police. So we were holding back for a while, but now that everything's looking good, we're back to basically live music every Friday and Saturday now. This weekend, our live music is actually Rock Creek Revival, and that's gonna be on Sunday, because there's 3 nights of Green Sky Bluegrass at the fairgrounds, one of which we're working that Sunday night. We're going to be there pouring beer. So we're having a little pre-show, pre-party here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
I hear there's some music on Saturday too. Next Saturday.
Is there? Oh yeah, next Saturday. We have our whole calendar basically after. Next Saturday. Yeah, of course. Took me a second, but yeah. So we'll have plenty of music next Saturday, and then, like I said, after that we'll have stuff every Friday and Saturday, basically on the calendar for all of summer, hopefully even longer.
All right, so Attaboy has new cans next Tuesday. Is that what it was?
Tuesday. If Brian doesn't blow it, we've got new cans on Tuesday.
So definitely a hard tentative Tuesday.
Well, if he blows it, they're not coming out. So like one day window. But yeah. No, it should be good. The beer's tasting delish, and I wish I would. Oh, a new Creek Life that we have not put in cans yet, so it should be good. We're excited.
What hop?
All right, Strata.
That's a good.
We're holding to it.
Oh,
I hear that's a popular one.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's delicious. I secretly had it yesterday without asking anyone. It's good.
So everyone go to Attaboy social media or Smoketown social media. That's where you can get tickets. Smoketown constantly has new beers coming out. Well, Attaboy does too, but they're also
Not as many, not as professional, not Thanks, Chris. No.
But on Tuesday there is how many different brands are coming out on Tuesday?
We got
Just like
5.
three.
5 if you count Basic Boy as not 4 beers.
4 beers and a seltzer. Oh, that's what I wanted to ask. Have you tried a smoothie seltzer yet?
Someone was trying to talk us into it. I'm like, but Brian can barely do it. Yeah. But I mean, yeah. With the smoothie seltzers, though, like the whole point of a seltzer is it's light, it's effervescent.
That's very oxymoron.
Yeah. So I was I was at that sour beer festival last weekend, and Imprint was there.
Yeah.
So like they're known for their smoothie sours. So they also now have they have regular seltzers, and then they have their smoothie seltzers.
Yeah. Sorry, Imprint.
It was actually really. I mean, it tasted really just like having a fruit smoothie. It was really good.
Really good.
You could also go to the grocery store and get some smoothie, and the same with any other post-fermentation juicy blaster. Like, at what point is it just?
Oh, there he is. But what's really funny is, so in Pennsylvania, they don't have to on beer, but on seltzers you have to list the caloric content.
Oh no!
And the smoothie seltzers are 320 calories.
And someone still buys it, even like at the store when you're like looking at some of those coffee drinks. You're like, oh, that looks good. I'm like, 400 calories. I'm not going to drink that. Like,
and then it's like they were like, thank God we don't have to do that to the beers.
We did our Sporto. Sporto was 100 calories.
Yeah.
Pretty good, but that's a fully fermented beverage. So.
Yeah, that's
with no fruit poured in it.
Yeah, so just dump a bunch of fruit puree into
it. Here's a V8 and here's a Porto.
But I had one for breakfast. It was really good.
Dude, that's a good thing. You can justify it to use it for a meal. Like, oh, it's 400 calories. It's my morning smoothie.
And that's, folks, how you start down a path. All right. I think that's the end of this call, because also this means I'm going to go pick up my children safely, though. I only had one Smoketown beer inside of an Attaboy koozie.
Is it really a Smoketown beer?
We'll never know.
All right, you two, thank you very much. Everyone should go to the party. Starts at 2 o'clock.
Party safely.
Yes.
Uber there. Don't take Carly's advice.
Yes. No bicycle DUIs.
Work safely, bike and bike back.
I mean, you can, or you can Uber there and purchase a lot of Attaboy and Smoketown beer.
Our official statement is Ubering.
For no dogs, kids during the day, not at night. It's a long official statement.
All right. Thank you two so much. We need to get going quickly before Brian decides to start talking. Thank you everyone for watching and listening. Cheers.
Bye.
Thanks, Chris. Cheers.